I've got a confession to make, and it's basically that my thing didn't work. The thing that I planned, the thing that I wanted to work really well, it didn't work. And that thing is that chicken wagon right over there. That was the chicken wagon that I had planned on using for meat birds, and I can't really tell you why, because I've used chicken wagons for meat birds before, but it didn't work with the meat birds. So I've got another plan percolating in my mind, but I don't know what is going to happen with meat chickens on our farm. So I'm not ready to talk about it because I'm not ready to build it, because I don't really know what it is. But I do know that we're getting 150 baby chicks tomorrow, one last batch. So I do need to brood them. Typically I brood in that white shed up there. I don't want to brood in that white shed this time. I'm going to brood in a shed that I've been using off and on for the past couple of years for chicks, for pigs, and everything in between. Let's go grab it. I didn't plan this one through very well. We'll make it work. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I don't have the chicks right this second. It's 5:51 p.m. The bad news is they're coming in like, I don't know, 14 hours, 15 hours, and I just broke this building that I was planning on putting them in. I pulled the skid out from under it. I've tried jacking it up, but it's just, to be completely honest with you, it is a poor design. And being a poor design, it is difficult to fix, impossible to fix, whatever you want to call it. I tried to jack it up to see if I could get underneath and repair it at some point, but the reality is that the floor is detached now. I don't really know how to fix it. We're gonna go over to the shed right here, which is where I typically brood chicks. Clean it out because we've been keeping a couple buck rabbits in there, and hopefully I can have it ready for tomorrow morning. The reason that I wanted to use that shed is because that was what I was going to raise them in on the pasture. Now, raising them in that on the pasture is not an option either, I just realized. Do you want to know the funniest thing though? This was going to be a fun video where I was going to talk about this cool video that I found from like early on in the farm days that we made when we were asked to apply for a reality TV show about farming, which obviously we were never on, and instead it turned into like, we've got broken things on the farm. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick that fun video in right here. We're going to play that, and then I'll tell you what the plan is for the chicks. Hi there, my name is Ethan Book, and these are pigs. These are our heritage Hereford hogs, and these pigs right now are friendly, as you can see. One of the things that we're passionate about on the farm is letting animals be animals, and so we specifically choose heritage breeds like these Herefords and our Dexter cattle and our Katahdin sheep and our naked neck chickens, because they are breeds that work well outside and doing what the animals were created to do. And we've become passionate about what we do and sharing what we do with other people.
Hey Caleb, what you doing?
Taking care of the rabbits.
What do you have to do to take care of your rabbits?
I have to water them and feed them.
Water them and feed them. How old are you?
8.
You're 8. Anna?
Hi.
What are you learning how to do on the farm?
Take care of the kitties.
And what do you do for that?
We feed them and I water them.
And how old are you, Hannah?
6.5.
What you working on, Isaac?
A house.
A house?
Yeah, and a field.
And the field. What do you want to do when you're big?
Drive a tractor.
Drive a tractor. How old are you now?
3.
3. Here's our littlest farmer. This is Jonathan. He's a year and a half.
When we started this farm 4 years ago, we really had no idea what we were doing, and I can't say that we still do. So our typical day at Crooked Gap Farm is not a typical day. Been attacking our chickens. Don't like that. We move the cows every day, and every few days we gotta set up a big move, which means we gotta reel up the long lines and reset them. The good thing is that what we're doing is we're mimicking nature, and we're giving the cows fresh grass each day, and then the rest of the farm is resting. Come on, cows! Come on, cows! Turn the fencer back on. We want to have a connection with the people that we sell with.
We try to let the kids help out and get involved as much as we can. We want them to feel like they're a part of the journey.
We heat with wood in the winter. This is a way for us to keep costs down and live the dream that we have about farming. Right now I'm about to go water the cows. That's the way it's supposed to work. Up cow, up cow. All kinds of rain out west, but it's not supposed to make it to us. We're just gonna have to see what happens. And now we're done for the day, outside at least. It's kind of dark right now. I know the sun is setting over there, but it's beautiful. But if I face that way, then you can't see me. But I will say this, what did you think of that video? I did a little math in my head while that video was going, or while I was thinking about that video. My oldest son says he is 8 in that video. Today he started his senior year of high school. He is 17, so that was like 9 years ago. And I know you probably couldn't tell a lot from the video, but there is a lot that has changed on the farm in those 9 years. Like the fence that is behind me, which also you probably can't see, that didn't even exist in that video. I was watching me take down some fence by the playground, and there was no permanent fence there. At that point, we had no permanent fence around the yard. There were sheep and cattle getting in, causing all sorts of havoc. But you saw the rabbit tractors early on. You saw the kids. We added many more kids after that. Well, 2 more kids after that, I guess. And it's good to look back on that, because even though it didn't look different, and I did have a 4-wheeler in that video, which I would love to have a 4-wheeler right now, it was good to see that we have made progress, especially on a day like today when I destroyed the thing that I was planning on not only brooding the chickens in, but also raising the chickens in. I do have my brooder ready over here, so that is a good thing. I can get the chicks tomorrow, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them after they are ready to leave the brooder. That's going to take a little planning. Just stepped into the freezer room where the sound is probably not as good, but the light is much better. And that was to say this. The problem that I have with getting these chicks tomorrow is not so much that I don't have a place for them, because I've got that now. I've got feed, I've got water, I'm ready for them to show up in the morning. The problem is, where am I going to raise them? Do I build a new structure to raise this batch of 150 chickens in that will be processed at the end of October? Or do I punt and just try to figure out something that I have on the farm and use that? Because I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with chickens next year. They haven't sold like I wanted them to, which I know part of it is building that user base back up, or that purchaser base back up. But the other problem is processing. It's a long drive. Let's just put it that way. It's a long drive and a long day to get the chickens processed. And I think about what my life would be like without that drive. I don't mind raising the chickens, but without that drive, sometimes it feels like it would be better. If I can figure out the processing, and if I can figure out the sales, we have made some restaurant sales, and the people that are getting them love them. It's just going to take time to get them in people's hands. If I can figure all that out, then I want to build a structure. But if I can't, using my time and finances right now to build a structure, it's just not a good idea. I don't know. I hope you liked that flashback video. It's kind of funny that I found that the other day. That's like the earliest video I can think of that we have from Crooked Gap Farm, really until I started putting stuff on YouTube here. So if you liked the video, this video or that video, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, all of that good stuff. I hope you are having a great day wherever you are. I am going to finish getting that chicken brooder ready and then wait for the post office to call me early in the morning.